Hi and welcome. I'm joined by 5 Eurovision fans ready to discuss one of this year's Eurovision entries. My name is Charlotte, I'm from Denmark, and I'll be your host today. Now, let's meet our panel of Eurovision fans before we start talking about the entry from Sweden.
Hello, my name is Alvaro. I am originally from Colombia, and I have been a Eurovision fan since the early 2010s. And since then, I have followed the Eurovision Song Contest every year, and I have managed to be there in Stockholm and in Lisbon.
Hi, my name is Josef. I'm 29 years old and I'm from the Czech Republic and I work as a data analyst and I love Eurovision since 2007 when Czech Republic made its debut in Eurovision in Helsinki.
My name is Jacques. I'm from the Netherlands, and my first recollection of the Eurovision is when I was 10 years old, and we watched Eurovision, and I heard Hedy Lester sing the Malle Mode. You have no idea what I'm talking about, but that was a great Dutch song. And ever since I've been a journalist at Eurovision for a Dutch press agent. And that's about it.
My name is Sara and I'm from Sweden. I've been following Eurovision since 1999. And I've been fortunate enough to go to Eurovision 3 times in Oslo, Malmö, and Stockholm, my hometown. And I love everything about Eurovision, mostly to just find new music that I wouldn't get to experience otherwise.
Today we will talk about the Swedish entry, and they have held their traditional Melody Festival, and through that they have selected Tusse and the song Voices. So what do you guys think about this entry? If we start with the Swedish point of view, Sara?
I really like this song. I think we send quality songs year after year. It might get a bit boring for me. I usually like the more dark and unexpected entries. But I think he has a very strong message. There's nothing wrong with the song. It's just, it wears off after a while. But when he first performed in Melodifestivalen in his semifinal, he made a very strong impact on me and everyone else, I think. So I think this is a song that you have to experience, when you hear him sing and see him perform. It lifts the song to a whole new level. I'm happy to see that so many people like only listening to it as well. I think it has 12 million streams on Spotify or something like that. But for me, it's a song that I appreciate even more when I see it live.
And Jacques, what do you think about it?
Well, I loved the Mamas last year. That was very energetic, soulful gospel. It was nothing new, nothing special, but it was. It gave me a very good vibe. And would it happen again this year? I don't know. With the Tusse, Sweden doesn't quite hit the mark for me. Voices sounds too familiar. But I can't really get my finger on it where the composers have lent their musical lines from. What I do notice, it is safe and sound, call it average. It lacks a wow effect to me. It doesn't surprise me. And to be honest, Tusse has a wobbly voice, especially in the lower regions. And I wonder what it will sound like when he is performing in Rotterdam, where he will face 75 million viewers in his semi and a mere 200 million in the finals. Will he be strong enough to uphold his own voice? All in all, I think it's a pleasant song, but no winner in my songbook.
I think I may continue a little bit on what Sara started with, Sweden sending like a same quality of songs every year, which I partially believe is true, but that's maybe also the biggest problem about Tusse and Voices. It's good, but it's still like very, very similar to what Sweden sends regularly. So for Sweden, as it is approached as a, let's say, a top class Eurovision country, maybe we all would expect a little bit more from Sweden, and Sweden had a lot of good songs in the national final. And even though I was a fan of Mamas last year, and as I love them as a group, I love them also this year, even though the song was not as good as last year's. I think in general that Tusse is a good performer. The song is good, and I think they will do really well. Only it's a little bit, let's say, disappointing that we cannot be more something more unique than what Sweden offers this year.
Well, over the last years, Sweden has used this platform, as Eurovision is, to show the world another side from Sweden, the multicultural one, which I see it as a positive thing. To paraphrase in some way, it brings other voices that usually don't have a platform of 200 million viewers, which is quite good. And also, it's remarkable to read about the story of Tusse, his personal background as a refugee, all the things he had to go through to his life before he went and get adopted in Sweden. But I wouldn't say, as some fans who are fed up with Sweden, that that's the only reason he got selected. No, that's not true. He has a lot of talent. Having said that, the thing is that when the bar is so high, it's impossible not to compare it with the previous acts. And in my case, I liked what the Mamas were going to bring better than this year. It's good, but it's somewhere, it might be in the top 10, but not on the highest this year.
And Sweden have usually done quite well at the Eurovision. They have only missed the final once. That was all the way back in 2010, so some of us hardly remember it anymore. Can we count on them also to be in the final this year?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a quality song, and Sweden doesn't miss it. This year will not be the second time.
I'm like 99% sure that we will see Sweden qualifying for the final. And then in the final, I think like the deserved place would be like between 10th and 15th, like around the higher middle of the table of the scoreboard. But I think that as we saw the last year's results, I'm quite sure that they will somehow squish into the top 10, but not sure if it will be like top 5.
Jacques?
Although I'm not a fan of the song, I think it's it will qualify. Oh, definitely. And because of the quality of the overall 39 songs this year, I think it will end up in the top 10. But in any other year, it would probably have more difficulties getting such a high place.
And Sarah, what do you think?
I agree. I think we'll definitely make it to the final and probably make it to the top 10. I'm not 100% sure about that, but hopefully. And like I said, he delivers live. He has won Swedish Idol, and he's used to a big audience. He does have some medical issue with his voice right now, but hopefully it'll be fine for the Eurovision rehearsals, and he'll definitely deliver on stage and make a great impact, I think. So definitely final for us.
And Sarah, can you, as a local, tell us how reactions have been in Sweden towards this song?
Right. I've been thinking about this because my bubble, or what you want to call it, consists mostly of people who are very strong activists, like feminists or leftists or very strong anti-racists, and we are all very happy to see Sweden be represented by Tusse. I think he has an interesting story to tell. I'm not sure what other people in Sweden might think, but the general reaction has been very positive. People seem to be very happy to have Tusse represent Sweden in Eurovision. He seems like a very nice, genuine, down-to-earth person who just wants to, get the opportunity to do what he loves. So it feels like he's very happy to have the support from the Swedish people, and we definitely support him. And like I said, I think he has 12 million streams on Spotify, so everyone loves his song, as far as I can tell. Some people might not, be as happy that he won. Maybe they preferred Dotter or someone else to win, or wanted the mamas to get their spot in Eurovision. But as far as Tusse as a representative goes, I think we're very happy that he was the one who was chosen. And I think I have told some of you before, that I work as a music teacher, and me and like a majority of Swedish music teachers teach Tusse's song in our schools right now. So our students in all ages get to sing and play to voices, and I think that's shows how much we love him, and we love the song, and we love Eurovision. We teach our students our Eurovision entry every year.
How is the song doing on the chart?
I think it's 12 million views or streams on Spotify. I'm not sure what it's like on YouTube, but we are very good at using Spotify in Sweden. So it's very successful, as far as I can tell.
My own opinion about this song, whenever I hear it, I keep hearing the Russian A Million Voices. Really, I can't get that one out of my head. I'm not a fan of this Swedish song. It's not directly bad. It just doesn't do anything. It's mediocre. It's fine background music. I don't turn it off. I just don't feel like engaging in it either. So I'm really hoping that he will pull off an even stronger performance at Eurovision to engage me, because in the Swedish final he didn't manage to. If we use the Eurovision scale 0 to 8, 10 and 12 points, I will give this song 3 points. How about you? How will you rate Sweden? Starting with Alvaro?
For me, it's somewhere in the middle. Right now, I would give it a 6.
I think I will go with 8.
I will give it 5 points.
I will also give it 8 points, and that's very much based on how he delivers live. I've grown a little bit tired of listening to it, actually, but I love watching it live, so 8 points.
So I was actually the toughest this time, but as I said, I really hope he can deliver better live. I wasn't convinced with the performance in Melody Festival, but hopefully he will be able to change my opinion for Eurovision. When it comes to qualification, yeah, of course Sweden will qualify. I don't see that happening, that they won't. So that I'm confident about also. Does anyone have something they would like to add regarding the Swedish entry?
Yes, I would like to add one thing, that as Sara mentioned, that he had recently some problems with his voice, as this song is quite difficult to sing, especially for a boy, and taking into consideration all of those rehearsals, which we know they had many takes to take during those rehearsals. So it may be quite demanding. So I just hope that he will get well soon with his voice, because just remembering back, I don't know, maybe Albania 2015 was very, very difficult to sing. And if you see it from the first time she sang it live to the last performance in the final, her voice was much more crackier than in the beginning. Because so this is what it does with the voice when you sing it all over again, when it's a lot of demanding a lot of effort from the singer. So fingers crossed for Tusse to be in a good shape in Rotterdam.
Yeah, I agree. But he performed during one of the pre-party shows. This was it last weekend? I can't remember. No, on Wednesday I think it was. I can't remember. Sometime this week, and it sounded fine then. But I read a Swedish newspaper that said that he had to have a doctor check his voice and vocal cords to just make sure that everything is all right. So I'm sure that he has a good team around him who will make sure that he does whatever he needs for his voice. It's very I'm a singer myself, and it's very demanding. We need to take care of our voice all the time, and he is also working on graduating from upper secondary school at the same time, so he has a lot to do right now.
What kind of performance would you guys like to see from Tusse?
I would like to see a stellar performance, and I think he deserves it. And I hope he will do better in the lower regions of his voice than as I've seen on the video from Melodien Festival. So I really hope that he will also hit the low notes, and we all know he hits the high notes, and he does that perfectly well. But it's the lower notes that make me worry at the moment.
I really liked the performance in Melodifestivalen, and maybe it didn't have such a big impact on everyone else, but in Sweden it felt like there was a wave going through us. We were like, wow, this is really a strong message. So I think they will probably do the same thing, just focus on, the strength of the message of the song and not have any distractions around it.
With that, I would like to say thank you to our panel and to our viewers. We'll soon return with new panel members and the rest of the 2021 songs. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe and follow Eurovisionary. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.